pancakes, pancakes, pancakes.
More and more people are finding themselves in a Chevrolet for the first time. Trying something new can be exciting, empowering, downright exhilarating. See for yourself why Chevrolet is the most awarded and fastest growing brand the last 4 years overall.
Get 0% financing for 72 months on a 2018 Tahoe, or current select competitive owners and lessees get an additional $2,500 competitive cash allowance when you purchase. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
Hi, Erin. I'm from Coit. Are you ready to show us your dirt?
I sure am. We have lots of hardwood floors through here that are very dirty, and right here in particular is where it gets really nasty.
Coit can definitely clean that.
That would be great.
Right now, save 35% on carpet, upholstery, air duct, drapery, wood floor, tile and grout, and natural stone cleaning.
Our floors look beautiful. They look new. They haven't looked this good in years, and we thought we were going to have to resand them. Thank you, Coit, for doing it.
Right now, save 35% on all Coit services.
Get a great deal more than a great deal at the Hyundai Season of More event. Get up to $4,500 total savings or 0% APR plus $3,000 bonus cash on the Sonata Hybrid. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
During the Rooms to Go Kids anniversary sale, $13 a month buys this twin bookcase daybed in 11 color options to mix and match. Just $7.77 or $13 a month for 60 months interest-free. Only at Rooms to Go Kids.
It is straight up 5:30. We have some breaking news this morning. The Austin serial bombing suspect is dead. He blew himself up as police closed in just a few hours ago.
That confrontation with police playing out just north of Austin on I-35 near Round Rock. Police had been on the bomber's trail the past 24 to 36 hours. Good morning, everyone. I'm Lisa Hernandez.
And I'm Russ Lewis. We have a lot to get to this morning. We've already heard from police and federal agents. That was a news conference here just about 30 minutes ago.
Our Janelle Ford has been standing by live in Round Rock. Janelle, good morning. Get us up to speed on this huge development from overnight.
Well, guys, the first thing you guys need to know is that we have a little bit of better idea of who that suspect was. He's a 24-year-old white man. We don't know where he's from yet, and we don't have a motive yet, but at least we're getting a little bit more insight into exactly who's responsible for these bombings. Now, as you guys can imagine, it's been a terrifying 3 weeks here in Austin, and police have been doing their due diligence to nab this guy. Now, what we're told in that press conference is that police found that suspect by tracing his receipts from the latest package explosion in shirts, and then going through finding the surveillance video from that FedEx facility that he sent that package from here, and then being able to track down his car. They found his car here off of I-35 at one of the hotels down this road. We haven't found out which hotel yet, but police said that as of last night, they were coming in on him, they were courting him, they found him in his car in one of these parking lots of the hotel, and as they were moving in, the suspect decided to leave. As he was going, there was shots fired, and that suspect eventually detonated an explosive device in his car. That explosive device killed him, and it injured another officer. Now, Police Chief Brian Manley just got done speaking with us, and here's what he says about the last 3 weeks.
This is the culmination of 3 very long weeks for our community. And throughout these weeks, we've talked about the importance of remaining vigilant and looking out for each other. I want to continue that message as we stand here this morning, though, because we don't know where this suspect has spent his last 24 hours.
And that's the message that he's sending. You know, there's still a lot of questions unanswered when it comes to this investigation. Are there any more packages out there? Are there any more explosive devices out there? So the message that he's sending to residents here in Austin and in the surrounding areas, because as we said, we're in Round Rock right now, is to still be vigilant. If you see something out of place, reach out to police, call 911, and they will continue to dig deep in this investigation. Right here off of I-35, this area is going to be shut down for at least a couple of more hours as they dig through it, as they gather more evidence, and as they try and piece this whole thing together. The big question right now is motive. As we said, they still haven't figured that out yet, so we'll continue to update you guys as we get more information. Back to you all in the studio.
Yeah, we'll check back with you. Thank you, Janelle Ford in Round Rock this morning.
Brandy Smith joins us now with more on the questions that are still out there. Brandy?
Yeah, and there are a couple big ones. Lisa, are there any more packages left behind? And who is this guy? A reporter from our sister station in Dallas just tweeted this image of the suspect's home, though she's not identifying it at this time. She says a DPS trooper is blocking the street and asked us to leave, saying the home is not secure. Now, how did investigators figure out who was behind this? Well, they say it was a mix of cell phone technology, security video, and store receipts that helped them pinpoint that it was this 24-year-old guy. There's also the possibility that there are more packages out there. Chief Manley says investigators know who the suspect wanted to send those packages to, and that investigators have made contact with those potential victims. The chief also told people to keep being careful just in case, but I think a lot of people, they're feeling like Jasmine right now. She tweeted that she's breathing a huge sigh of relief for Austin and all of Texas this morning. She says thank you to the selfless law enforcement men and women on the local, state, and federal levels who tirelessly work to keep us safe always. I think we can all agree with that sentiment, guys.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Brandy. Keep it here as we closely watch this investigation this morning. There's a lot of information coming in here every few minutes, so we'll keep you updated on air, online, and of course on our KHOU News app.
Obviously, it's a big morning of breaking news here. We still want to get you updated on the forecast.
Yeah, Cheetah's here now with how our Wednesday is shaping up. Our first full day of spring.
Our
Cheetah.
first full day, you're right. It officially began yesterday at 11:15, and we are checking in this morning, actually even colder, and I'm saying about a 10-degree drop from yesterday morning. Temperatures pretty much widespread in the 40s. We even have upper 30s, 37 in Conroe, 45 there in Wharton, 44 in Angleton. So grab the jacket out the door. Lots of sunshine to be expected today. So a beautiful forecast in store. High temperatures go to 76 today, a little bit warmer than yesterday, and it will be all about a weekend warm up. So we'll have a warming trend over the next couple of days. Big story too is the pollen. Pollen is such an issue for almost about everyone out here right now. Extreme levels with your tree pollen, grass, ragweed, and mold spores. Darby, you know first and foremost, but we'll talk more about the rainfall expected next week coming up in just a little bit.
All right, thanks a lot, Cheetah. So you know for now you're going to be able to sneeze, and you'll be sneezing often. All right, we look to the northwest and west side of town, 290, 249, and I-10, all nice and quiet, but I did find this get posted. Weekend road work that will become ongoing road work. West Loop southbound exit ramp to Post Oak, 9 o'clock Friday night. They're going to shut off that exit ramp until further notice. It's just going to be closed off for road work. So you'll have to exit early at Woodway or go down to San Felipe and U-turn. How will that affect rush hour traffic? We'll just have to wait and see. Right now, everything's very quiet. I-10, the Katy Freeway here at Greenhouse with our Houston Transtar shot. The headlights is the inbound side. Got some volume building, but you're delay free. 27 minutes from Pin Oak Drive to downtown. 290 Grand Parkway to 610, just 21 minutes, averaging 70 miles per hour. And 249 out of Pinehurst, just 13 minutes once you hit FM 2920 into the tollway.
All right, Darby, thank you. It's 5:36. It's time for your morning rush. And first up this morning, overnight, Houston police, they had to chase down one of their own squad cars. A woman stole it with a suspect inside. Turns out the officer had pulled over to arrest a suspected drunk driver in West Houston. A woman came out of the woods, hopped into the police car, and just drove off. Officers did later track her down and took her into custody. The Minneapolis police officer who shot and killed an unarmed Australian woman is now charged with murder. Officer Mohammed Noor's partner said that both of the men were spooked when that woman walked up to them. Minutes before she was shot, Justine Diamond had called 911 to report a possible sexual assault. Houston students getting ready for Saturday's March for Our Lives in Washington, D.C. Last night, they met up in the Galleria to make signs so they could push for gun reform in D.C. 20,000 people from across the country are expected to attend that rally. And beware of the bats. That's the message from LaPorte after 2 bats tested positive for rabies. Both of them were found dead in the same neighborhood off of Wharton, Weems, and 146. Police do not believe either had human contact, but if you see a dead bat, you should call Animal Services. And the Rockets are waking up with a sigh of relief this morning. A narrow win last night in Portland, beating the Portland Trail Blazers 115-111. That ends the Trail Blazers' 13-game winning streak. Tomorrow night, the Rockets are back home at Toyota Center, taking on the Detroit Pistons. Tip-off, Lisa, at 7 o'clock.
All right, go Rockets. Thanks, Russ. 5:37 right now, and the superintendent of Katy ISD is accused of bullying a former classmate when they were kids. It was brought to everyone's attention during a board meeting. Take a listen.
I had my head shoved in the urinal where it busted my lip. Lance, you were the one that shoved my head in the urinal.
All right, that man's name is Greg Barrett. He says Superintendent Lance Hint put him through a bullying nightmare when they were students at Memorial Junior High School. Now, in that video there, Dr. Hint laughed off the allegation, but later released a statement that said he didn't recall Greg and denied being a bully.
Really disappointed because that was a chance for him to stand up as a man and admit his wrong. We're kids. We were kids then. We did stupid stuff. We made mistakes. It's a scar. It's a scar, and it never goes away.
Now, Greg says bullying is still happening in Katy ISD, and he hopes the man at the top of the district realizes the lasting impact it can have on children.
Coming up on 5:39 this morning.